I want to thank everybody for showing up. This is obviously one of the most important groups that we formed. And I think what we'll do for the audience is we'll start on the other end of the table and just give your name and we'll go way around this side.
I'm Channing Gibson.
Michael Kaplan.
Eric Nicolette.
Joanne McGee.
Warren Archie.
Jamie Kaling.
Ken Fowler.
Adele Gravitz.
Okay. This being a town-appointed committee, we have guidelines that we have to go by for open meeting law. I'm going to ask Greg if you'll just go over that right away from the very beginning so you understand what the open meeting law requires.
Sure, just a few notes of import.
We have a tentative outline here of how to start this meeting and how to get going. But I want you to understand, from my point of view, specifically, this is your meeting. This is your chance to bring up your ideas and to bring up the issues, and we'll get those down. My job is to hear what you have to say, and then pass that on. The public is here and is welcome to these meetings as well. So one of the items that we want to bring up here is this review of guidelines, what material will be accepted and what won't be accepted, and that's under purview from you people. You have to make a decision what kind of information is acceptable, what kind of information is backed up by fact, what kind of information is backed up by, let's just say, less than fact. So we want to create a library of information from these meetings so that everyone has access to the same information, public as well. This would be, I believe, we decided to keep it over
At the library. We'll create a shelf over there for resources. And there'll be a sticker, I think, in terms of the hierarchy of how it's been assessed, in terms of if it's peer-reviewed or if it's been a lot of, I quote, a lot of publications about it. But there'll be a hierarchy we're thinking.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we know we're meeting once a week, 6 p.m. Thursday night. And so meeting 2, we intend to meet with Weston Solutions and tour the site, the actual site. That would be a site visit. Meeting 3, we would tour.
Question.
We can't do that.
Thursday at 6 o'clock at night.
You can't do it.
May I ask a question?
Saturdays.
Was there a meeting that I missed where all of this was decided, the schedule of what you're going to do?
We had a meeting with the 3 of us to set up the schedule. The schedule's tentative. We can work on it. I'm saying the site visits are Saturdays.
And then after all that talk about open meetings, and then suddenly there seems like there's already like a plan, and this seems weird to me.
Well, you're welcome to put your input in.
It just seems odd to me.
I don't think the open meeting applies to Greg. It applies to the committee, correct?
Right, so just trying to get things started. This is a suggestion
Right.
for you guys to consider.
Right.
If you want to change it, that's absolutely your prerogative.
Right.
So
We met as facilitators to try to get
Right.
something out because it's easier to
Right.
edit
That's what I'm
than to
saying.
come up.
As you can see, we're having a hard enough time getting through what we've got. So if we were trying to, make it out of whole cloth right now, I think it would be even more time consuming.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I just didn't understand how it all, whether I missed something.
Going back to was Ken, meeting 1 was today?
Is today.
Okay, so meeting 2 you were planning a site visit.
Right, and actually the way that we had it scheduled was meeting 2 and 3 would be site visits, and I'm sorry about that being Thursday. Those we would want to probably do during the day on a Saturday.
Are you looking at something we don't have that would be helpful to
Yes.
see?
We're looking at our notes that we did to trying to get
Could
something
you make
going.
copies of this?
Is that something we can,
Just
is
notes, but we can.
that something we could have copies of so that we can
You know, let's,
more easily participate?
Right.
Well, again, I
That's
think
a
he
very
just
good idea.
tentatively kind of scratched something out, and he's just throwing out the tentative ideas that
I
they
could start
discussed.
taking notes if that would be helpful for what we're gonna, I think what we're trying to do is say that you guys have a lot of issues, site-specific issues that you need to discuss about the swing project. We were just gonna suggest a
couple, the site visits would be important, and then we need to brainstorm a list of just issues that need to be addressed by you. Site visit's gonna be important, and then how are we gonna handle the discussion? I mean, that's kind of the bulk of what you're
All right, so
charging.
you threw out site visits, so amongst us here, a Saturday to get up and take a look at the site.